It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC East. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Black Knights, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Dallas Cowboys and the London Black Knights. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's taken down, but across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line. Now second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aaron Rodgers. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Green to bring it back. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Mond now off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Mond's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Mond. He'll buy some time right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Mond. They're going for it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Buying time, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Black Knights are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And down to the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Open man here is Conklin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zach Pascal, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mon finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mond out of the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. That caught by Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kellen Mond with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate the pace that's going to approach 100 yards. You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A final shot before half for Rodgers. So we have reached half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the 2nd half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights have retaken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And that is caught for the 2 points.
Not ahead of you, baby.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run ahead of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that... picked off. That would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Pascal's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Taken down by Pete Werner. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Welcome back now here in London. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Mon. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. Flushed out right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action here. Mon steps away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On first down, here's Mon. Dancing to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Cowboys are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 92 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside in overtime. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing.
They're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard.
Don't tell me y'all. He just took a straight shot.
9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now.
Now it's time to win the game.
London about set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mine going to throw it. Out to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end.
That's W, though.
It's week 7 of the 2022 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Black Knights and the Vikings coming up next.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Prescott off play action. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They try the left side with Johnson. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The numbers a week ago for Everett. 5 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Forced out to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mon now off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Prescott from the gun on third. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mon being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Mon looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Mon sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mon's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Mon, rolling to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tommy Trimble. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And now out comes Minnesota. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Prescott. Touchdown! Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football. Full half to be played. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, 20, 10. Okay, baby, come on. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think
he rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. Runs over it.
running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Prescott. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Johnson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Vikings. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Green to bring it back. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Third down from the gun, it's Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dearness Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Come on now, let's go. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's Trimble, the tight end. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they go play action here. Mon. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Atwell, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rolling to his right. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The defensively, that's a nice stop there on third down here in the fourth quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you got something you really like, something that you practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
Lutz puts this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, we saw a close game that